Hello and welcome to this week here on Ustream. Do not adjust your sets. I'm not Trevor McDonald. I'm Miles Crawford, stepping in for Jim as he's away with the fairies. Anyway, he's been a bit secretive as to where he's gone, which makes all of us here at Ustream believe it's somewhere scary. So where would scary be for Jim Davidson? I think it is Jamaica. There's a few of my relatives who would like a word with you, Jim. Anyway, back to normality. He said he's going somewhere cold, so knowing his passion for British military, he's in Colchester. I don't think he's away with the troops, actually, certainly not the Navy. Our navies seem to have broken. In fact, the Woolwich Ferry has more ships than our Navy. Ones that work anyway. The two royal carriers that were meant to sail didn't. The Prince of Wales had a problem with the shaft. Nope, not the Princess of Wales is moaning. She's not moaning at all. Nothing wrong there. Anyway, talking about the royals, I wish the King very, very well indeed. He's up and walking at the moment, and things are great. I'm all for the royal family. I have you know that I am an honorary member of the King's Troop, the King's, or the Queen's, King's now, Special Guard, the Royal Horse Artillery. I rode with them for about 15 years. I used to go out to Lark Hill and ride on the plains and everything like that, and took part in a few country pursuits. But all's well, so hi to all the members and ex-members of the King's Troop. I hope you are well over there in Amesbury, and my best goes out to the King. Do I salute? I don't know. Bow? I don't know. I've met the Queen. I've met the Queen on a number of occasions. We did a big celebration. Jim was there as well, actually, and we hosted the Queen's 300th anniversary of the Royal Horse Artillery, or the Royal Artillery, shall we say, over at Lark Hill. And myself and Jim, we did the entertainment part of it. But we had tea and cakes and lunch with the Queen in the royal enclosure. It was fantastic. I was the only one in there. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I didn't mind. I had my head high, and you know, it was fun. Anyway, so King, wish you really, really well. And that gets on to another member of the family. I don't know if you've seen in the news about Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's what they're calling themselves, all right? They've built a new website. Yeah, they've launched it now. The Office of the Prince and Meghan. The Office of Prince Harry, yeah, the Office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's what it says on it. I went on the website to have a look. I couldn't believe it. It's just all about them, all right? It's just all about them. The Sussexes are cast as influential leaders, charity champions, and best-selling authors who live in California. How crazy is that? Well, I went on the website, and they've launched this new website to promote their work. They say it's shaping the future. That's the headlines, right in those. Shaping the future. In a rebrand that appears to emphasise their legal status, while at the same time distancing the couple from the royals and Buckingham Palace. Now, that's a bit weird. I don't know what to make of them. I was watching Meghan years ago on that programme, Suits. Do you see that? If you haven't watched it, go on and watch it. And that's how I see Meghan on there, all right, snogging that guy in the lift. My goodness. And then next thing you know, she's hooked up with Prince Harry. She's got a bit of a title now, and she's dragged him off to Canada. It's crazy. And the other day, Harry popped in to see King Charles recently. Did you see that? He popped over Saw King Charles for about half an hour and then went. I can't get it. I don't know what they're up to. I'm not going to go onto the website again. You check it out and make your own decision. Did you hear about Amazon? They withdrew their books about King Charles, right? And this was all amid concerns that they were writing things that were by AI, artificial intelligence, right? So it's not fact, it's artificial. And they wrote a book on it, put it on Amazon, and people are buying them by the droves. Well, Buckingham Palace, they got a bit mad. They said, look, titles speculating about his diagnosis are intrusive, insensitive, and filled with inaccuracies. See, I would have done the same. I would have done the same. If it's not fact, don't write about it. Right, so Amazon has stopped selling several books, and they said, okay, if they're not facts, we won't put them out, right? So they sold several books said to have been written by AI, right? So they admit it. Okay, we just kind of AI'd them together, right? They were very concerned, and after these concerns, they were concerned that all the false information about the King's cancer and diagnosis shouldn't be read. So fair enough. Leave the King alone. He's waited a long time for that position. Not sure how long he's going to be in it, all right? Next time I see you, I'll tell you my thoughts about Will and Kate and the Queen. I'm not going to do it just yet, all right? Listen, before we go over to Ustream, I've got to talk about the Mayor of London. Now, I've met the Mayor. I thought he was a little bit taller than he is. However, look, it's all about the black cabs. I don't know if you've heard about this, but this is all weird. Now, I love black cab drivers, all right? I'll tell you a story, right? Years ago, for the London organisation, I did a corporate video, right? It's still out there, right? I did a corporate video on how to be a black cab driver, right? And I took you through all the stages from start to finish. I interviewed people that were taking the knowledge, right? I interviewed some of the instructors. I interviewed some of the people who interview the cab drivers, and my goodness, it's a long process. They have to absorb so much information. Also, I went round in the cabs and stuff like that, and there's a corporate video out there, all right, of it. I've actually got a copy of me taking you around. So I appreciate just how much these black cab drivers have to go through before they get their disc, before they get their license, their certificate, or whatever it is. And so when I saw this come up, I just thought, my goodness, what it's all about. So I love cab drivers. If there's any cab drivers watching this at the moment, please, my condolences to you. I do love black cab drivers, or should I say, I love drivers of cabs that are black. Does that make sense? Anyway, the silly mayor is trying to enforce a 3-point and out system. A 3-point and out system. Where are they getting this from? Right, it means that a cab driver gets 3 points. His license is revoked for 3 months, or he gets the 3 points. I just can't believe it. What? What is going on? How can someone take away someone's living for just one offence? At the same time, he's removing the rule that drivers' private car hire taxis don't have to speak English. Oh my goodness, my friends will be very happy about that one. And if you want a bank account, you can come to me. What the flying... Anyway, I just don't think it's right, all right? I'll tell you what, let's talk some more. Let's go over to Ustream.
The governor, Mr. Jimmy Jones.
He gave me the name Jimmy Jones.
Oh, what was your name before?
Albert Simmons. Last show tonight, you're out.
No.
And I got the sack that night. Clear now. and I thought I'd get like that.
Why did you have such a problem getting on to the early series of the comedians? What happened there? Did
That was caused to me by who I thought was a friend. He said, well, let me tell you, if he's your friend, you don't want another enemy. Thank you for coming. Good night. God bless you, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Bye, bye.